What's up guys, it's Michio here, coming at you with my first RPG Maker review. So excited to do this. Today we are going to be looking at Good Bye Rebeca by Stiven. It is an RPG Maker game. It is a horror mystery type game. It was released February of this year and it has recently been updated with version 1.8. I actually have a lot to say about this game, so let's get started. You play as the character Rebeca, who wakes up in her basement and she doesn't know what's going on. So basically, when Rebeca wakes up, she finds a letter that says Goodbye Rebeca. And I personally think that the letter was unfinished because it kind of says, like, there's like the I, the character I, and it's like bloody, so I think that there might have been more to the message, but you really don't find that out till the end of the game, and it's kind of confusing, just a little bit. But so after you find this letter, you figure out that there's actually like a dungeon in Rebecca's basement, and she had no idea that it was there. It was a big secret. So you explore the dungeon a little bit, and eventually you make it back into your house. You search around, so you go back and forth from searching the dungeon, the house, the dungeon, the house. Eventually, you meet up with your friend, Ronaldo.
Did you say Ronaldo?
What?
It's not Ronaldo.
What do you mean? His name's Ronaldo.
No.
Are you fucking...
It's Rodrigo.
Julian, his name?
It's Rodrigo.
I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna look it up.
Alright. Go ahead, look it up. You're gonna see it right there, right in the script. It's gonna say Ronaldo. You see it? You see it? It's I knew it.
So you meet up with your friend
Rodrigo.
and you do some more exploring. You get to actually go outside, which is nice, and you explore what is supposed to be this forgotten town. You learn a bit more about the backstory of Rebecca's parents, and eventually you come across a cave where things kind of really start to pick up, and that's where the game concludes. That's all I can really say without spoiling the game, but story-wise, it was pretty enjoyable, except for a few immersion-breaking issues. One of them actually is really big, and it's a real shame because I hate judging the game like I did because of this reason, which I will talk about more in the next part of this review. As far as gameplay, on the surface it's basically your average RPG Maker horror title. You got a few puzzles, you got some chase segments, a couple monsters, not too many. The game is pretty easy, but I was still able to enjoy like the journey of like finding really what happened. Why was this letter left for Rebeca? I had a lot of questions and I like getting answers, and I think I got most of the answers. Not all of the answers I could have gotten, because I had a little issue. As I was progressing through the game, I got to almost the very end and my game crashed. I tried it a few times and it just wouldn't work, and I was so annoyed because I just wanted to beat the game, you know, get it over with, start writing the review, and it wouldn't let me finish it. So I mean, I couldn't do this review without seeing the end. So I had to go on YouTube, and there's only one person that really had the ending, which was Stiven himself. He actually uploaded a whole English gameplay video, which actually helped me with one of the puzzles. There was one puzzle that I actually really needed help with. It was kind of confusing, and I think it was because of the translation. The translation, fuck, it screwed up the game for me. Because it's a horror game, but it was just so funny. Oh my god, it was so funny. Like, let me just give you a few examples of how funny. I mean, I think it's funny. A lot of other people would be like, oh god, like I can't play through this game because of the translation. It's just but I could still understand what he was saying. It was just fuck. It was so fucking funny. Like for example, like, do you see this? Do you see this? And then my friend did a gorgeous job with this one here. 10 out of 10. I was fun. Knocked it right on the head. And then we got this one. Come on. It's so funny. It's so funny. And a lot of people might think, Michio, that's not funny. That's mean. This poor guy couldn't get a proper translator and had to translate himself and did all this hard work, and I acknowledge that 100%. I know it is not easy to make one of these games whatsoever. He worked really hard. I really acknowledge him for all the effort he put in. I was reading some of his comments on the website where his game is posted. I will link that down below. He worked really hard. I get that, but that does not mean that it is not super funny. But still, I respect Stiven. I respect you. I respect you as a game developer person, and I think you said you're working on something else. I will play that too. I will review that on this channel. You are awesome. Props to you. But the translation, maybe if you have any English-speaking friends, English-Spanish-speaking friends that could help you, do that. That being said, if anybody plays this game in Spanish, please let me know if it sounds, the dialogue flows better, if it still sounds good or bad, let me know. This is something I'd really like to know, just out of the curiosity in my crazy brain. There was a few other immersion breaking problems, not just the translation. There was also the fact that some things in the game just didn't work. It wasn't game breaking, but things like I knew that like they were supposed to work another way and they didn't work that way, and I was like, ugh. And then sometimes the audio files would randomly get louder, and I'd be like, what the fuck? Because when I'm on Skype, I have to have my volume all the way up. Sometimes the volume would just kill my eardrums. So that also kind of broke the immersion, because this game had a very good atmosphere. I enjoyed the game very much. I will say that. I enjoyed it. Maybe not for the best reasons that you should enjoy a horror game, but I still enjoyed it, and I still think he did a pretty decent job for his first game. While Good Bye Rebeca does have its flaws and a pretty basic story, I was still able to enjoy it in my own personal way. However, if I were to rate this game from 1 to 10, I would have to give it a 4, and I would have to say, do not play this game if you're serious about being scared or enjoying the full experience that a horror game like this has to offer, because you will not find what you are looking for. But if you are in for a fun little game and you can find some humor in these translation errors, then I will have the download link down below, and I will also have the needed software to play this game. I'm pretty sure you need like RPG Maker VX, one of those. There's like 3 of them. I downloaded all of them just in case, but I will have all that for you so that you can try this game for yourself. Alright guys, that's all I have for today. I hope you like this review. Like, comment, subscribe if you want to see more content from me. And also, I would really love to know if you got a chance to play this game, and if you like this game, or if you didn't like this game, or if you won't be playing this game because of the things that I have said in this video. Let me know. Also, I am looking for recommendations. I do have a lot of games downloaded, so I might already have what you recommend, but if I don't, I would be like, yes! And I will try and do reviews of games that you want to try and you want me to talk about. I will do those games for you. Yes. And I will see you next week for my next review. So,